If you're looking to achieve these kind of results, you are at the right place. I use my photo booth and some lighting to be able to achieve this. I mean, I don't even have to present myself anymore. I'm Bill. I'm from Paris. I've been in the States for a year now, and I'm leaving in 6 months to go back to my city, Paris, because I love it 10 times more, and I feel like our venues are the most beautiful and iconic in the world. So, the structure of this video is going to be really simple. We're going to talk first about the equipment that you need to achieve the result. And second, we're going to talk about the settings, how to set everything up, which settings you need to have, and like all the technical stuff. And lastly, I'm just going to give you some tips and tricks to make it look even better. So if you're ready, let's go. So let's start with the equipment. As far as the equipment, the first thing you need is a backdrop. But you don't even need a backdrop. A wall can be a really good backdrop. But if you need a solid backdrop, whether it's black or white, go on my website, bookconger.com, where I sell backdrops at a very affordable price, and you get them by your door in less than 10 days. Next, you need lighting. So it doesn't matter if it's a flash or a continuous light. The only difference is that the flash is the one I already use on my photo booth, and it's not going to give me that preview, which is kind of really nice to have as a BTS, because the flash is going to just take the picture and you will just have the picture with the spotlight on it. When the continuous light is going to show you what it's going to look like, and then you'll be able to have the picture looking exactly like what you just saw with the continuous light. In other words, a spotlight is just a tool that you're going to use to modify the trajectory of the light and just concentrate that light onto one spot. So you might have guessed it, the third thing that we need is the Snoot, which is going to make the spotlight effect. So we use this Snoot from Amazon. Don't worry, on my Amazon storefront, down in the description, you will see the whole list of everything, so you can just click and purchase it, no problem. So that Snoot, it comes with different modifiers. You have the Windows effect, you have all kind of different effects, and you also have those gels with different colors if you want to achieve like any other type of color. So basically, you need a Snoot, you need a light, whether it's the flash or a continuous. I'm using the MS300V as my flash. You can go ahead and use a continuous light if you want like that BTS aspect that you can really share on Instagram or anywhere. And I forgot, I will recommend going with the Amaran. Yeah, Amaran is a very good light when it comes to continuous light. Just make sure you choose the right power. I will probably link one down there so you get the best one. And also what you need is a photo booth. Obviously, you already know I'm using my photo booth, Star Booth, as always. But what you might also need is a C-stand to be able to hold that spotlight and the flash. I will tell you why in the next section. If you don't have like a very sturdy photo booth, it might move, or if like there's a lot of people around the booth, they might make it fall. And if it falls, it's gonna break like crazy. So my recommendation for you guys is to get like a stand, like a C stand, or a stand with like a very heavy foot, so you can really put the Snoot plus the lighting on it just behind your photo booth to really have something that's gonna be sturdy and that's gonna hold the entire night. Very important. Other thing that you guys need to understand is that the distance between your photo booth and the background or the backdrop is very important. That's gonna give you a bigger or a smaller spotlight photo. And also the way you set up your Snoot, you will see that it will give you strong edges, or just like maybe like a spotlight that's really not very precise. So you want to play around with those settings directly on the physical Snoot to be able to really have like the very precise spotlight that really looks beautiful when the circle is really well shaped. but we all have different preferences. I like when the shape of the circle is really straight, so that's what I'm going for. But some people will be like, okay, I just need a spotlight which is kind of loose, and not really something that has like a strong shape. So that's all up to you, the operator, to do it the way you want it. I'm not going to give you any advice on that, but that's pretty much it. And as far as the settings, you might just want to do it the same way that you do with your regular photo booth, and make sure that the photo looks good before you bring in people in the on the booth. Yep. So let's move to part number 3, which are just my advices for you to be able to achieve a very beautiful result. The first mistake I was making is like when I was trying to get a bigger spotlight, I kept just bringing the photo booth close to the backdrop. And it's kind of the opposite. You want to bring the photo booth away from the backdrop to be able to have a bigger shape. So I was kind of doing it the opposite way. Other advice I can give you is to really center the spotlight really beautifully, to be able to really have that spotlight effect, and that shows that the other areas are dark. My third piece of advice is to use this feature with the horizontal orientation. A vertical picture, I don't think the spotlight is going to hold onto a vertical shape. I believe it might be, but it's going to be difficult to really center. So my piece of advice for you is to use like a 4x6, but horizontal. You can also even use like 5x7. Like the bigger it is, the better it is. My fourth piece of advice: if you can couple that spotlight effect with the black and white glam, it's gonna look absolutely amazing. And if you can get like metallic prints, bruh, it's gonna be very, very beautiful. Piece of advice number 6, I feel like this is really something that's kind of for elevated events, so like some kind of galas and high-end weddings is definitely gonna pop way more. So you want to use it wisely at events where there is demand for this kind of activation. And I believe that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you guys have any other type of questions that I didn't reply or answer in this video, feel free to just leave a comment, and I will make sure I reply to every single one of them. If you want the precise settings, like everything I use to be able to achieve this particular result, you can also book a one-on-one call with me. The link will be down in the description. I will start to do less and less and less of these because, one, I lack time, and two, I'm basically training my competition. So this is not really smart for me, but I just love to teach, and yeah, I'm doing all this with TouchPix as a software. So if you want to try TouchPix, you can go ahead and click the link down there in the description to try it for free for like 2 weeks or a month, I believe. And I'm not really getting any kind of money from that. It's just tells TouchPix that you guys are watching my video, that you guys are supporting, so I can go ahead and have like a better deal with them and be able to just like support the channel to keep growing, because it's getting very harder and harder for me to make these videos, because I'm not making any kind of money from this compared to like what I make when I do events. So as a business owner, the choice is really quickly made. Like, I'm making 4, 5, 6K activations, and I'm just out there on YouTube trying to help, So for me to help you guys more, this really needs to be able to maybe just support the cost of like the production, the time and the effort I put in. So if you guys want to support on any type of way, you go to bootconger.com. I have courses over there. I have my photo booth, which I love, which I use for every single type of event. So I can just have like more resources to keep elevating in this industry, because I just love creating new stuff. I just love being creative, and I think I'll never stop being creative. I might stop making videos on a consistent base, but like my day-to-day life is all about creativity. It's all about trying new stuff. It's all about trying to elevate. So I believe that you guys trust me for that. I believe that you guys pretty much see that in this industry, I'm pretty much the only guy that is pushing this kind of like precise and very advanced tutorials for free on YouTube. Like, people charge you for less than that and you don't even realize it. Be mindful of that. Like, I thank you all of you guys just for being there. I love every single one of you. As I always say, I'm not discriminating anyone, from the one that is making 1,000 a month for the one that is making 10,000, 10,000, 100,000. I don't even care, man. To me, it's all about the joy. It's all about what you do, what you love. Like, if you love what you do, if you're even making 500 a month, I fuck with it. Like, I love it. I'm not out there trying to make like a six-figure, a seven-figure, a eight-figure club. I'm not doing any of that. Like, I love every single person. We all have different journeys. I respect your journey. I respect your struggle. I respect your wins. I respect your losses. And I just want you to do more. I want you to be more. I want you to get more. I want you to enjoy your life and to enjoy what you do without just being focused on the money, the money, the money, the money, the money, as they want to make us believe that money is life in the US, and I feel like it's not. Anyways, I'm talking a lot, and I believe you guys have stuff to do, so feel free to subscribe to the channel, support in any ways that you can. Let me know where you guys are from, so I can shoot you out like on the next video, so I can just say hello in the comment section. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That was Bill. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one.